Dokkan Battle's animations have improved so much over the years to the point where it's arguably just straight up better than the source material it comes from. And on this channel, over the past year, I've ranked the animations in varying contexts, whether it's the celebrations they come from, whether it's the saga that they've come from, or just any other like specific context, you know what I mean? But I've never done an actual top 10 ranking before, and that's what this video is. Now obviously like, comment and subscribe. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the ranking. Make sure you watch it all the way to the end so you hear out the reasonings for each one. Don't just skip to the end and get mad, you know what I mean? Or else I'm gonna get mad. I do have a 10 honorable mentions here. So these 10 characters I did want to shed a light on, however, they did not make the top 10. I think that the characters that did make the top 10 are all better than the ones that didn't. That's just a straight up reason. Now obviously this is all subjective. I would love to know what your top 10 looks like. In fact, I did ask you guys on Twitter and YouTube community posts, so make sure you follow me, you know what I mean, so you can be involved, because I wanted to make sure that while this list is definitely my own, that I do have a habit of just, you know, forgetting characters, because there are just so many animations in this game, which makes this such a difficult thing to do. This is a 10-year-old game, so there's obviously characters that will be glossed over. The 10 characters that are in the honorable mentions are Final Form Cooler, Daima Super Saiyan Goku, Father Son Galagon, Evolution Blue Vegeta, Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku, Super Saiyan God Duo, Majin Vegeta, 10th Anniversary Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and fusing Super Gogeta from the 10th anniversary. The only ones I'll really specify here, Daima Goku does look very, very good. I just think the characters in the top 10 look better, but he is very close to being there. Final Form Cooler actually would have been on the 10th spot in this list. I was gonna put him 10th, but I made a last minute change, and you'll see who that 10th spot is in a minute. 10th Anniversary Gohan, very, very good, and he's really close to being in the top 10, but I do think that there's just way too many units in this game that are just fighting over being in the top 10, so he doesn't make it. And Super Gogeta, I know that's going to be a hot take. That part where Goku's kicking, like before they fuse, I don't like that much. It's like a little tiny thing, and that's what I meant when I said that the smallest thing could make you not make it on the list. Gogeta would be super close to being here, barely doesn't make it, but you know. Now let's get into the actual top 10. So coming in at number 10 is fusing Super Gogeta here from Fusion Reborn. Now, I could see the argument you would have for 10th Anniversary Gogeta to be better than this one, especially for his active skill and his actual super attack. However, the difference maker to me here is just how good the base form, like pre-fusion, looks here compared to the pre-fusion on Super Gogeta. While I do think it looks really good for the 10th anniversary one, this one I have no single issue with at all. Whereas on the 10th anniversary one, I don't love that Goku attack where he's just kicking. You know what I mean? That's what I mean when it's the smallest thing can get in the way. Also, this character like is the one that perfectly, you know, covers the movie, like adapts the movie's rendition of Gogeta, right? Like, this is the most faithful version of Fusion Reborn's final act in the game here, despite the fact that this animation is completely made up. Now, apparently people don't like this animation that much. I really do. Like, I like the fact that it takes from various different like sources, like different movie posters and promos and all that. A little bit of Dragon Ball Heroes, you know what I mean? Like, all of that is fine with me. This counter animation is really dope, and the 10th anniversary Gogeta doesn't even do the actual Soul Punisher he does in the movie, which I think looks really, really good. Now that one, you could argue looks better than this, but I think this just looks so clean. I think this is overall just slightly more consistent as a character across the board than the 10th anniversary Gogeta. Obviously, if you want to swap it around, you can. But you know, that's just how I feel about it. Also, this windscreen is crazy. I could see you saying the 10th anniversary Gogeta is better. If we're talking about just Gogeta for Gogeta, 10th anniversary Gogeta probably is better than this Gogeta. But the base form, I think, just really impresses me with this guy, and is slightly better than the base forms of the fusing one, of the 10th anniversary one. Now coming in at the number 9th spot is these guys. Now, bro, I was extremely impressed the first time I watched these guys' animations, bro. Like, you wouldn't believe. I don't even care about this movie that much compared to other people. But it is just beautiful, bro. Now, look at... Bro, I cannot watch this animation, like, and get bored of it. The smears, like, the fact that most of this is completely original. Like, bro, this is just absurd, bro. That is beautiful. That final shot is so nice. And then we have this as well. Like, bro, I don't know. And then the artwork, like, the characters just look so visually on point. I love the coloring on them as well. Like, bro, this is crazy to me. Like, I feel like, I don't know if this is in other people's top 10s, but it's definitely in mine, bro. Like, I don't know. This character just looks incredible, bro. It's not the best, because obviously it's at number 9, but, bro, the effects work, everything just being completely consistent. And there you go, bro. The windscreen as well that's coming up. Like, bro, this character is phenomenal to me, bro. Oh my goodness. Like, this is just a shining achievement of what this game could really do. When we mix originality with just faithfully adapting the source material the best we can, this is a really, really good looking character. And that's why they're number 9. Which is crazy, because that means that there's 8 characters that I think are better than this. But, you know. Alright, coming in at number 8, my people, is 10th Anniversary Vegito. Now, you might be wondering, okay, what makes this character better than 10th Anniversary Gogeta? Because the characters are very similar, right? And the reason for it is because I just think that this Goku has more consistent animations, like pre-fusion. That's all. Like, that repurposed Hachiak Kamehameha looked phenomenal. And this animation right here against Bootanks, incredible. I forgot that this even happened in the show. Look how good that looks. And then obviously this is actually my favorite OST in the game, by the way, a fun fact. That doesn't have anything to do with the ranking, but you know. I love how Goku and Vegeta look here as well. Like, it's just incredible, bro. Like, consistency is really what I'm looking for. And this character is consistent, bro. Like, I love how the characters look throughout this entire thing. I love the colors, the desaturated hair color, but then it becomes super saturated when they ignite the aura. Vegeta's animation, I remember people not really going too crazy by it. I think it just looks really clean. And this right here, this looks incredible, bro. I love this. Like, I just prefer this character's pre-fusion more than the Super Gogeta pre-fusion. That's just me, but you know. Now, this animation I don't really love, you know what I mean? Now, this animation isn't too crazy. It's more about just how good the artwork and characters look. But then we go back to having both animation and artwork being stellar with this, bro. I actually like this fusion animation more than the Gogeta animation. I gotta be honest, bro. I gotta be honest. I like this fusion animation more. I gotta be real, bro. Yeah, that's just incredible. That's the manga panel, by the way. Now, okay. This animation, I gotta be honest, by far the weakest thing he's got. But that's just the smallest exception I've got, bro. Because his highs are high, bro. This is... The fact that this is just a regular Kamehameha according to the game is insane, by the way. Look, bro. Oh, my dick. And this is a really nice touch. I like that the Kamehameha pierces through the opponent like a sword. I think that's really dope, especially considering the fact this is for Vegito of all characters, bro. Now, this animation is just wild, bro. This is just insane. Like, he does not stop moving, bro. Like, I feel like this kind of animation really impresses me. Where it's like the characters just keep moving and don't stop. And then this is just really satisfying. Like, drawing the X or whatever. The Getsuga Juji show from Bleach, you know what I mean? And then the windscreen to top it off, bro. That's incredible. And you know what's even more incredible? The fact that there's 7 more characters that I think look better than that. Or like more consistent than that. I don't know, man. I'm expecting this video's comments to be quite annoying, for lack of a better word. What you can't deny is the fact that that deserves to be here in the top 10 at least. Coming in at number 7, another fusion, bro. But it's not the one you were expecting, probably, right? You might be wondering to yourself, okay, why is it this Gogeta instead of the 9th anniversary one? Like with the unique animation, right? Like the original one. And that's because, bro, I just think that this guy's pre-fusion animations, sorry, like before he's blue in this one, pre-blue looks better than pre-blue for the Super Saiyan Gogeta. Like this is just spectacular, which is funny because this is all stuff the Super Saiyan Gogeta did, but they just made him base it. Like look at this, bro, and then making his Super Saiyan animation, the one for him going blue. And then this animation just looks really satisfying to me. It's crazy how they perfectly captured the CG dimension here, by the way. For Gogeta being CGI here too. And then this animation right here has not aged in the slightest, bro. This is completely just a movie on your phone, bro. This could come out today and people would lose their minds. Let's not lie about that, bro. There is not a single... This is genuinely just ageless because it looks like the movie. Like, you can't actually do better than that. And then the active skill as well, bro. I don't know. I can see people, this being a point of contention for a lot of people, putting this guy here instead of the 9th anniversary Gogeta. But I do think that this guy is better. If we're talking about a complete package. But that's just me. And of course, you have to have the beautiful windscreen as well, bro. Anyway, moving on to number 6. Number 6 is UI Goku. Now, I had number 6 and number 5 swapped, I believe. Like, last minute as well. Like, there was a lot of shuffling around or whatever. Well, not too much, but there was a decent amount, right? Because there kind of has to be. This guy's animations are just so extremely consistent. He is a very faithful character as well. Like, he's not doing anything that he didn't do in the show or nothing. Like, they just wanted to adapt UI Goku from episode 130, and they did it well. You know what I mean? They did it the best they could. Like, he looks incredible from start to finish. Now, this video is kind of trash because it doesn't have his windscreens, but whatever. Also, I do remember you guys telling me this is the character that brought revives to the game. Him and Evolution Blue. And if you remember, Evolution Blue is actually in the honorable mentions. So, you know. Also, this was kind of a bit of an unwritten rule. I didn't want characters that just came out around the same time. Or like came around at the same time. Like the parallel character to be on the list as well. I feel like it's kind of cheap. Obviously now I could have done it. It just didn't end up that way. But you know, I was thinking about that. Like Evolution Blue looks good, but I don't think he's top 10 anyway. But this guy is, because of that animation right there. That single-handedly is the most memorable thing UI Goku does. Or MUI does, to me. That looks beautiful. The Sheeta animation right there. But yeah, he keeps that windscreen at least. I don't think there's too much to really argue there. I think that that's one where people can be in a pretty big agreement with that one, I think. I don't think that's going to be too much of a contentious one. I think that's pretty agreeable. We are going to halfway with this character now. Number 5, the halfway point of the list. Namek Goku. Now, I was gonna put UI Goku above this guy, but, I mean, immediately, you can see that that just shouldn't happen, bro. This Namek Goku looks absolutely phenomenal, just right out the gate, bro. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the more I watch this, the more I'm definitely okay with him being above UI Goku. Yeah, this does look better. I think it's because the active skill for UI Goku is making me think a type of way. But, yeah. This looks incredible, bro. It's so clean as well. It also helps that Namek Goku is just a really, really good looking character, like, design-wise too. And obviously their reference material is top-notch as well. Yeah, bro. Number 5, Namek Goku. Look at that windscreen, bro. He don't look very happy about being in number 5, but you know, Coming in at number 4 is this character right here, bro. This is a character that I always forget is impressive. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what? Like, that don't even make no sense. I just don't think about this character ever. But then when you look at them, like, I don't think this character is particularly hype or anything, which is really why I don't think about them. But their animations are just insane from start to finish. Remember, consistency is a big thing for me. Now, obviously, there are a few, like, examples that not being true. Look, there's little portions of, like, the Majin Vegeta fight that they spliced in for Vegeta's animations there, like his sweep. Like, there's a lot, bro. And look, that is so extremely satisfying and well-timed, bro. The windscreen there as well with Goku teleporting next to Vegeta.
Let's do it now. It's time.
This is incredible, bro.
For the spirit ball.
Again, this is a character that I don't really ever think about. But they look really good. Goku's little twirl around, you know what I mean? It just looks really well animated too.
Give me all the energy you can.
Like, the artwork is great too. Now, I would actually like to ask you guys,
Here it is.
how much
I'm going
does
to buy you some time.
the like external factors like OST and voice acting matter to you in a top 10 for animations? Me personally, I'm just not counting it at all. Like, I just don't think it matters in the slightest. However, there could be some of you watching where it's like, nah, this character's voice acting is like, it's like what makes me put in the top 10, or like their OST. That's valid. I don't think so. Like, I wouldn't do that for myself, but that's perfect. If you want to do that, that's fine. And this Spirit Bomb animation is just incredible, bro. This is the memorable part of the animations for me. Look at that windscreen, bro. That's not even the main one, bro. That's not even the main one, and that's the windscreen for it. Like, that's insane to me. Look how good this looks, bro. Bro. Yeah, alright, bro. The cut-ins. Oh my, bro, the detail. Yeah, nah, this is just way too smooth, bro. The way he transitioned into the iconic pose. And then the effects work here is just out of this world. Like, it's just phenomenal. Like, we don't even need to get into that. And this is one of 2 characters. The GT Spirit Bomb does this, where it's pretty much just the end scene of the fight as the windscreen instead of just a static pose or like a GIF. That is insane. There's pretty much only 2 characters, this one and the GT Spirit Bomb, that are like that for that windscreen. And I love it, bro. There could be one more that I'm forgetting, but at the top of my head, those are the 2 that do it. Actually, now that I mentioned it, GT Spirit Bomb didn't even make it into honorable mentions. Coming in at number 3 for the 3rd place, the bronze medal, you know what I mean? I could see this being people's number 2. And you know what? It could be my number 2 as well. Goku Black finally has animations that I would consider insanely good. However, I think number 2 and number 3 here fight really hard, bro. I think they just fight really hard. Bro. Oh my day. Like, we can't get the full picture until you see number 2. So there isn't really much I can say. For now, I'll just glaze these guys' animations for a bit. Especially Zamasu. Zamasu was easily the character here that could have let this guy's animations drop down. But he pulls his weight, bro. Yeah, bro. Both acting skills are insane too, bro. Bro, the rotoscoping here too. I feel like from the first few seconds of the acting skill, you can tell that this is like a different tier of animation here, bro. Oh, and then the Hearts, like, the Hearts Heroes fight being repurposed there. Like, the effects work on his Ki Blast explosion. Yeah, like right here, Zamasu could have been the one to bring the animations down, but look how clean he looks, bro. Oh my days. The fact that Goku let down Vegeta in that character, but Zamasu arguably elevated Goku Black here, or like kept up with him. Insane. Like, you wouldn't expect that, but I'm glad for it. Like, I think it's really cool. Yeah, this is just insane. I don't like that effects work as much as the other one, but it's not a big deal. Now here, while I do think the original parts of this look insanely good, that looks really good. This looks really good too. I could see how you could be like, oh, this character should lose points for repurposing stuff. I don't think so. I think that, oh, that's number 2, by the way. Champa's number 2. I don't think repurposing animations when it makes sense is a bad thing. Like for the same character, I mean, specifically. That fusion Zamasu that they took from in order to finish this guy's Blaze of Judgment attack looks perfectly fine. I've got no issue with it. If you do, I feel like you're nitpicking a lot. Now, to be fair, I did say that it's, to make a top 10 in this game, you probably need to do a fair share of nitpicking anyway. But come on, you know what I mean? Come on. It's really not that big of a deal. That has no effects on me. I think this character's animations are stellar. And a lot of people think that they should be number 2. Now, you might be wondering, well, then what is number 2? Like, what is the second best looking, best animated character in the entire game? A game of 10 years of history, by the way. You have to ask yourself, all right, what's the best looking piece of Dragon Ball media we've got? This guy. This guy's movie right here. I got DBS Broly over Goku Black and Zamasu. This is the most well-animated, best-looking intro in the entire game. And his animations do not let up. Look at this, bro. Now, again, this is a very faithful character, so you're not going to see much, like, or any, like, what's the word? Original animations here. Bro, oh, I love that in the movie, too. Bro, the fact they captured both the 2D and the 3D so well for this character as well. Bro, remember, I told you, I love the characters where it's just stuff happening constantly, bro. Like, this guy is just constantly moving. And it doesn't stop, bro. The dimension shadows. The smears, the ink brush. The impact frames. He's got green hair now, bro. He's got green hair now. Activates his little domain expansion. Stuff like this doesn't apply to the ranking, by the way. Yeah, bro. This guy just doesn't let up, bro. And I think that's why I like this character's animation so much. The fact that he just doesn't stop. Like, bro, the artwork and animation, bro. Again, like, it's nothing crazy. Well, no, it is something crazy. It's nothing original. It's nothing you haven't seen before. But he's just perfect, bro. This guy is just perfect. I ain't gonna lie. This is exactly what the DBS Broly character should look like. Look, he's still moving. He hasn't stopped moving a single time as I've been talking. I've got this guy above Goku Black and Zamasu comfortably. I'm not gonna lie. I will say he's missing a really cool windscreen. He's missing a really cool windscreen, which is definitely something Goku Black and Zamasu have. I think DBS Broly's a shining achievement of just how well they can adapt source material in this game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the video is pretty much over. So you might be wondering who's number 1, and it's Big G4, bro. It's Big G4, bro. I'm actually not even going to waste your time playing this guy's animations, you know what I mean? We're not even going to do that. I'm not even going to waste your time. I didn't even bother grabbing the, grabbing a tab for his video or nothing. There is a gap, because despite the fact that I think that these animations are incredible, there is not a single flaw with DBS Broly's animations at all. There is not a single flaw. The only way you can fight someone who's flawless is to be flawless yourself and just be better in every single way. And that's what Gogeta is, bro. Gogeta's counter animation is the biggest glaring part of this guy's animations. It doesn't look bad, it just looks weird. And it looks nothing like anything else in his animations. And the reason for that is because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is the complete opposite of Broly, where pretty much everything he's got is completely original, which means they just went all out. So now that you get to his like counter animation where he's kicking, it's really like weirdly slow and all that. It's because GT wasn't the best looking show in the world. You know what I mean? That's why. I could see that is like the one thing. The counter doesn't even look bad. Like, it looks fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. This guy's just leagues ahead of anything in this game. it honestly makes me really excited for what else this game can actually do with a big celebration. This, like, they know that once we see this character, we're gonna want to see more characters that look like this guy. So the future of this game is looking brighter than ever, despite the fact that it's been 10 years and they've adapted pretty much everything they can. Except for the manga, you know what I mean? But, you know, we got stuff with that. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, my people. If you want to take a little holistic look at the ranking as a whole, there you go. This is what I've got. If you want to argue it, that's perfectly fine. You have to understand there are a million different units in this game. Like, we could really be here all day. Now, my favorite animations, that list would definitely look different. You know what I mean? Like, for example, bit of a hot take. I don't think this guy would even be here. Like, number 4 wouldn't even be here if we're talking about my favorite animations. But, you know. And obviously, we have the honorable mentions here as well. Like, comment, subscribe. I know there's going to be a lot of debating in the comments and all that, which is perfectly fine, you know what I mean? Just keep it civil over there, you know what I mean? That's all I'm asking. You're free to disagree with me. Just make sure you do it in a way that isn't obnoxious or annoying or rude, you know what I mean? But, you know. Have a good day today. Take care. Stay safe. And goodbye.